boss wants answers.
Well, Becca comes ahead of the most crucial draft in club history. We'll hear from the finishing touches ahead of tomorrow's Cox Plate. We're straight to Moonee Valley. This time tomorrow, lucky connections and punters will be celebrating a Cox Plate win. Kate Massey has the latest from Moonee Valley.
Well, it's one of Victoria's most iconic races, and this year's will not disappoint. It hasn't so far. There's been plenty of drama in the lead-up. I'm joined by jockey Mark Zara. He is riding on Kovalika. How is the horse looking ahead of tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, he's looking okay. I'm on the outside of the field, so, I've got a bit of ground to make up, but I've got, obviously, the best trainer, one of the best trainers in Chris Waller. So, the horse has been consistent leading up. He's probably got to find a new level tomorrow, but hoping Chris has got something up his sleeve.
And you only found out pretty late that you were on board this horse. Tell us how that played out.
I didn't know how to ride, and then I was just at the Breakfast with the Stars here on Tuesday, and I was about to leave, and then my manager rang me and said, "Oh, you're riding Kovalika if you want to go up to the barrier draw." I said, it's all right, I'll just see it on the TV. That's about how it worked.
And this would be your first win. You've won pretty much everything else. How special, though, would the Cox Plate be?
Yeah, very special. I mean, like you say, I've won a couple of other big ones in Victoria, so I'd love to add to my mantelpiece. It's the best weight for age race nearly in the world, in my opinion. So small field, good horses, big crowd. It'd be great to win on the day.
Well, thank you for time. Good luck tomorrow.
No worries. Thank you.
And for more, we do have Bruce McAvaney's tips ahead of the Cox Plate.
Australia is going through a racing revolution, but the Cox Plate remains even more strongly the weight for age championship of the country. Led by Prognosis from the land of the rising sun, a beast, strong-willed and with a very, very big heart, one to beat. Broadsiding a 3-year-old, they can be lethal. Don't worry about the Caulfield Guineas. He represents the Cummings dynasty, and Jamie Carr may have her Michelle Payne moment. And then there's Via Sistina, the stumble for her and the tumble for James McDonald on Tuesday. But that 100th Group 1 could not come at a better time for J-Mac if it were to be in the Cox Plate. And then the great rivals, Mr Brightside, second last year, and Pride of Jenny, officially the champion of Australia and without doubt the most popular horse. We know she'll be leading out of the straight and leading into the straight, and the crowd will be behind her. But tomorrow is all about the Cox Plate, because that's truly where legends are made.
The spring spotlight turns to Moonee Valley with the running of the Cox Plate tomorrow, and tonight begins a 2-day festival of racing. Among those chasing glory this evening, a battler trainer with a big-hearted mare who will certainly be an instant favourite with movie buffs. It's a Hollywood classic.
Of all the gin joints in all the towns in all the world, she walks into mine.
Humphrey Bogart and Casablanca. The main setting, Rick's Cafe.
It had to be you. I wandered around.
Hastings might be a world away from Casablanca, but it has its own Rick's Cafe. And here she is. Like Bogey, she loves the camera.
You ruined it.
Don't wreck the lens.
The 9-year-old mare is the pride and joy of trainer Rhiannon Schiffer.
She's definitely has her own mind, and she's a woman with purpose. She certainly walks around like she has a lot of purpose and races like she's got a lot of purpose, which is the main thing, but she is genuinely a lovely person.
Although Rhiannon has help from daughter Gracie and the 3 pooches, Paige, Marty and Sparkles, it's essentially a one-woman operation, even on race days. Being
a smaller person in racing, sometimes, you do feel kind of insignificant amongst the bigger stables, but I think while I'm going to the races and my horses are performing well, I'm very happy.
Rick's Cafe has won 4 races, but in a rarity for a trainer, winning isn't everything.
We raced at Cranbourne a fortnight ago in the Pinker, and she ran second, and my mum was there and she was crying, and my daughter was there and she was crying. I didn't cry, but I was really happy.
There is another link to the movie Casablanca. Humphrey Bogart's establishment was actually called Rick's Cafe Americain. This lady's dad is Melbourne Cup winner Americain.
Americain is coming away. American Trevian.
In the lead up to tonight's race, interest and support for Rick's Cafe has been growing. Yes, there'll be plenty of eyes on her.
He's looking at you, kid.
Yeah, well, if you want to have a little flutter, race 5, number 9, paying about $13 at the moment. Gamble responsibly. Race 5, number 9. Now, as the countdown continues to the Melbourne Cup Carnival, Just 8 days now until it all begins, and 8 is a magical number when it comes to the VRC Derby. Born at Clunes near Ballarat in 1878, Bobby Lewis, rode for more than 40 years, and in that time he captured 8 VRC Derbies. He also won 4 Melbourne Cups. In all, Bobby Lewis rode around 900 winners. So there you go. The countdown continues across the weekend. I know you love it.
We do. Love it all, Tony. Thank you.
Better and better.